Lazienki Park, Lazienki Park Królewski. Those names mean something to everyone in Poland. This green expanse is inseparable from the history not only of Warsaw, but of the country. It is here that leisure time is spent by families, friends, lovers, students, and sportsmen. It's a park for everyone, but it didn't start out that way. It started out as the very special province of the Lubomirski family. Later, King Poniatowski made the park his own, and it was really during the late 18th century that the greater proportion of buildings were constructed. There is the Palace on the Water, of course, a classic building of its kind, not only in Poland, but in Europe. The palace seems to float on an island in its reflecting pools. Meanwhile, the 70-odd park is a conglomeration of forest and lake and sculpted gardens, dominated on one end by the ancient Ujazdowski Castle and on the other by the Belvedere Palace, the residence of the president. The park remains the greenest spot in any city in Poland, and as a park comparable to the best of those in any capital in Europe. So sit back as Poland Daily Travel takes you for a tour of the highlights of Lazienki Park in the heart of beautiful downtown Warsaw. Poland Daily Travel brings you the best and most comprehensive programming about travel in Poland that you're ever likely to find. Watch Poland Daily Travel and like us on YouTube, and if you really like us, subscribe. So let's watch A Walk in the Park with Poland Daily Travel in Lazienki Królewska in beautiful downtown Warsaw. Hello everybody and welcome to the next edition, or several editions, of Poland Daily. We've got a brand new location for you, and it's in the heart of beautiful downtown Warsaw. As you can see, it's a great day, and we're going to be taking you with my pal, Piotr Ciemuchowski, who is one of the best guides in the whole country, perhaps. That's what I think, anyway.
A bit of an overestimation, but thank you very much.
Once again, I exaggerate, but we're not exaggerating about the beauty of the place we're going to show you today, because these are the royal gardens, Lazienki gardens in Warsaw. And when was this built? It was a long time ago, wasn't it? 1600s?
Basically, Lazienki is starting in the 1700s, the 18th century. 1700s, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And it used to be the property outside of the city that would be used for hunting by a majority of the time.
Yeah.
Later on, the king got interested in the whole place.
Okay.
But I think we're going to deliver a bit more information once inside.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things to see here. There's a lot of different buildings, classical type of buildings. There's a few statues of interesting people, or let's say extremely important people in the history of Poland. And we'll keep a secret who they are. No, okay. Józef Piłsudski and Chopin and some other people, but there's lots of neat things. There's even some wildlife. Oh yes, you're going to see some wildlife. All that and more coming up from Lazienki Park in beautiful downtown Warsaw with my friend Peter.
Stay with us.
Stay with us. Yeah, you know, Peter, I used to come and run here. I used to run up and sort of jog down. I noticed a lot of people like to do that. And sometimes people come, they ride their bikes and train here too. I talk to a lot of people who do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's somebody going by right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he's training.
Absolutely. What I can tell you, if it comes to, let's say, the perspective of a citizen of Warsaw, then this place used to be the place that once I was a very little boy, then mom used to brought us here to play volleyball, to play tennis, to, I don't know, do some additional sport activities.
I used to play basketball here too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the surroundings of the neighborhood are such that you have the park, which will only allow you to have a jogging session, but just right across the street you have a proper location where all the sports activities that we've mentioned, not only jogging along with the road, but as I mentioned, all the football, the other activities, they are very, very well prepared. I mean, they are waiting for you with the infrastructure. Beyond all of that, you're having the Vistula River going very, very close, around 2 kilometers away from here. So with your bicycle, if you want to change the spot,
it's easier to get there.
Exactly, of course.
And then you've got trails that go up and down the Vistula. I mean, you can go to Constantian in the south. Very nice ride along.
I can tell you, you have to have a lot of stamina to cover it all, because there's plenty of distances to ride, and the landscape as Poland. I do not know. Will, do you know why Poland is called like Polska? What's
land of
fields?
Fields,
exactly.
Right? Is that right?
Polani.
Pola. And Polani are people who live in the fields.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
The tribe.
Yeah.
Yes, Will.
It's a lucky guess. I had no idea. No. I had read that.
No, you must have had a previous background.
I think somebody told me.
Yeah. So basically, land of fields, flat land. So this is why. Bring your bicycle, come to Warsaw, because that's the mean of transportation to use around.
Yeah. It's a great place for biking now. I noticed that you use one of those fancy scooters.
Yeah, they've become fashionable recently.
One of those fancy scooters. And people also have, a lot of people have these, not a lot, but enough people to be impressive, have these bicycles with motors on them now.
Yeah.
And because motorcycles themselves, scooters are popular.
Yeah.
Just the single track ones like you have, but also the sit-down ones are also
absolutely
quite popular. The sort of Vespa models and things like that.
Yeah.
But what was the other thing that's? But not. There are motorcycles, but not as
popular.
Not as
popular. It's not very safe to drive with a motorcycle around the city. But I can tell you that in terms of any electric devices, Warsaw is very, very nicely prepared to have them, and you will be very, very having a big joy to use them around.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we going now? We're going to the castle, aren't we?
Absolutely. We are going to see the Ujazdowski Castle with its all beauty, and we will see the panoramic view.
Ujazdowski.
Zamek Ujazdowski. Yes,
right?
indeed. That's correct, sir.
I must have had. Don't call me sir. You can call me sir.
I'll
call you sir too.
It's a tour guide habit.
Each other, we can call sir.
No, Will,
Sir Peter,
absolutely.
Sir Peter.
Absolutely.
I knight you. In the Poland Daily Travel. Lexicon.
Yeah. So Zamek Ujazdowski, the next place that we see.
That's the next place. Well, come on. Let's go on over there. So, Peter, I'm wondering, what's the point? What's the point of a park anyway? I mean, why do people go to the park in the city?
The answer is relatively simple. Once we're busy with the speed, with the noise, and with everything that the city is providing, I think it's only natural. It's in our nature. We need it to be close to the trees, to be close to pretty much a place that is close to our heart, right? So we seek refuge to just rest, chill out, to have a relaxing time, and to have some time spent with our closest people, with the family, for instance.
Or with friends. Yeah.
Or with friends, precisely. The thing
Maybe
is
there's
that,
an event.
well, most likely, the whole green area in Warsaw is used for multiple different events, for multiple different purposes. But what I see the most are the people in this particular parks, are the people with their families, taking care of the tradition, because pretty much in Poland, these values are very strongly cultivated until today.
What, the park? Going to the park?
Going to the park is one of the factors.
Family time.
Family time.
Yeah, Poland is is a very homogeneous society.
It is.
And there's a lot. People have a lot in common. You might even say, in a way, everybody's a cousin of each other.
Well,
in some sense.
You like a bit to exaggerate. I mean, over-exaggerate in some way.
If you go back 1,000 words, 1,000 years, we're all 1,000 words. 1,000 words. So that's the journalist in me. Give me 1,000 words on any topic.
And then a picture, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you go back 1,000 years, we're, you know, pretty much everyone who's from Europe, from the European continent, is related to Charlemagne.
Yeah, in some,
see what I mean?
In
So
some way,
in
yeah.
that sense. Yeah.
And today, mixing the races and everything, pretty much, we are not Polish or not German or not single nationality.
We are a mixture in some sense.
Yeah.
It's something to remember. Although it's customs that make us.
Absolutely.
That unite us, isn't it? We follow certain customs, and certainly going to the park. But going to the park is one of those. But yeah, it's an oasis in the city, isn't it?
I can tell you that.
This is a big oasis.
If you would ever imagine a city without any greenery, the people will not live there.
Oh no.
They will not live there. It's not natural for us to be closing ourselves in a concrete jungle, even though we do so in terms of the civilization development. And still, green areas will bring peace to the people.
Yeah.
They will make them to actually not to go to the streets and fight, but rather spend their time and invest their time in a little bit different way.
Yeah, absolutely. We like to go to the park. That's kind of what we're saying, and I guess you probably do too. This is like if you've ever been to New York, this is like the Central Park of Warsaw, I suppose you could say.
Absolutely. That's the place where you come to have outdoor yoga. This is the place where you come for the jogging sessions. This is the place that you have all different disciplines, sport disciplines to be covered. And beyond all of that, there are two sections, because this part of the park is the more dynamic part, and the other one is the family part, where you'll have museums, large, nice buildings remembering the times of the king. And this is what we'll focus on the next stage of this visit.
Is that what we're going to focus on? Good.
Exactly.
Okay, stick with us. Poland Daily will be right back. I think we're going to go take a look at a castle. We're going to finally get there.
Stay with us.
Yep. Like you said.